Hey everyone, welcome back for some more VGC Baek Battles. James Baek here, also known as James Speed 1 in the gaming world. Here we're bringing the team that we brought on yesterday's episode: Cresselia, Charizard, Sylveon, Jellicent, Conkeldurr, and Landis. This team is doing pretty well so far with dominant victories in the last episode. We're definitely going to see how this team does. Just one quick announcement that new series that was supposed to go up. I thought that tomorrow was Sunday for some reason. Well, the day that I said that I was going to release it tomorrow, I thought it was Sunday for some reason. I don't know, my time frame's kind of messed up. I don't know if it's just because summer or I haven't slept in like forever. But yeah, the new series is supposed to start the upcoming week, so that should be in 2 days from today. The blog should also be updated Sunday as well, because I have a tournament tomorrow, which is the New York/New Jersey Invitational. 32 of the best players, I believe it's 32 of the best players in the New York, New Jersey area are going to be competing for a showdown. I have an invite, and I'll be competing tomorrow on twitch.tv/CybertronVGC. Aaron Zhang is streaming that tournament tomorrow. It should be around 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or whatever time zone the U.S. is in right now. But yeah, it's Saturday, August 8th. It might even be today, or maybe it already passed if you guys are watching this video late. But yeah, if you are able to check it out, I highly recommend it, because I might appear on stream, and I'll definitely be entering the tournament and aiming to win for that #1 trophy. Let's find a battle, see how we do. Luke from France, bonjour, with a rating of 1733, will be our first opponent of the day. Bring a team very familiar actually: Kangaskhan, Bisharp, Azumarill, Landisfarne, Volcarona, and Zapdos. Pretty standard team. I would guess the Quiver-Dance, Volcarona, Belly Drum, Azumarill, Tailwind, Citrus Berry. Actually no, probably not Citrus Berry on Zapdos if the Azuma's carrying it. Focus Sash or Life Orb on Bisharp, could be either one. Choice Scarf on Landisfarne. Kangaskhan will definitely be the Mega Evolution here. Volcarona does kind of give my team a bit of problems, but we should be able to power through this. I have to get rid of that Bisharp. It's the big threat to my Cresselia and my Jellicent, and they both look very good in this situation. So I want to exclude Conkeldurr because I don't carry Ice Punch. Okay, sorry about that. Something came up. But yeah, as I was saying, Conkeldurr is not really a good option just because I don't have Ice Punch on it. I do have Rock Slide though, which could help against the Volcarona, but I don't think I'll need it. Landisfarne does pretty well, so I think I want to consider it. I want to... Cresselia and Charizard looks like my best option. I definitely want to go that. You know what? I'll leave Jellicent and Charizard. Landisfarne in the back, and I think I'll bring Sylveon actually. Oh man, I'm really not happy about the Pokemon choices because of that little interruption. I lost so much time. I definitely want to bring Cresselia into this match, just because my Cresselia does carry the Skill Swap, which is very good because I could Skill Swap away to Kangaskhan's Piranha Bond, the huge power from Azumarill, just so many different options. Skill Swap's one of the most beautiful moves in VGC if I've ever seen it. Here is Charizard and Jellicent against Bisharp and Kangaskhan, which is fine. That is completely fine by me. We're probably going to see the Fake Out and the Knockoff. I kind of wish I brought Conkeldurr now. I think... I don't know, this is Life Orb. Let's see, he's probably going to Fake Out Charizard and go for Knockoff. I really don't see any reason not to. I don't really have a safe switching for the Knockoff, so I'm going to bank on him being not Life Orb, protect Charizard, Will-O-Wisp the Kangaskhan. This is going to be such a hard match just from Team Preview. My opponent led exceptionally well. Kind of wish I had some different mons, but unfortunately, I did not bring Conk out in this matchup, which was a huge mistake, especially since I knew he was going to bring Bishop and Kang. Fake out into the Charizard. Here's the knockoff. Let's see if we'll live it. Let's see if it's Life Orb. We're not going to live it. Is it Life Orb, though? Or is it Focus Sash? It is Life Orb. Okay, that explains why I got the KO. I'm going to bring out Landorus. Landorus activates the Defiant. But I need to intimidate the Kangaskhan because Double Edge, if it does have it, will be a problem. So we are going to bring out our Landorus, get Intimidate off onto the Kangaskhan and the Bisharp. Luckily, this Landorus can live a +1 Sucker Punch. That's Life Orb, so that's a good thing. He could just double Sucker Punch the Landorus, which I would be afraid of, but then he would have to take a Heat Wave, and I don't think my opponent wants to do that. So I'm going to Earth Power the Bisharp, and I think I'm going to go for the Talent, in case he wants this double Sucker Punch Charizard, which is a play he can make. Definitely a play he can make, but I kind of need to speed control since I no longer have my Trick Room option up. I need to get my Tailwind option up, otherwise I'm going to have no form of speed control throughout the rest of this battle. I'm not Mega Evolving because Charizard, I believe it doesn't get any more physical defense when it Mega Evolves, so there's no reason to waste a possible Sun turn that could be useful later in the battle. Of course, it could trouble me if that Volcarona's in the back and he knocks out Landorus, and Heat Wave is / Fury Dance. Well, Fiery Dance is going to do more. But from what he has in the back, I'm guessing he has his own Landorus, which he could actually switch out Bisharp for. That would actually be a good play. But no, he's going to go for a Sucker Punch into the Charizard. Perfect. The Power Punch into the Landorus Varian. Oh man, that is such a good turn. Of course, he knows I'm special now, which is a problem. He's at +1, but he shouldn't be able to knock out either of my Pokemon with a Sucker Punch. Earth Power going to go off onto the Bisharp, pick up the knockout. That's a huge pain because, well, it's a huge pain off me because Sylveon's in the back, and that Bisharp was the big way of defeating my Sylveon. We're going to set up our Tailwind, which is excellent. And let's see what my opponent goes for. I mean, I knew he could Sucker Punch the Charizard, and yeah, he played on that. The Sucker Punch into Landorus was obvious. But I'm kind of surprised he allowed that because if I had Earthquake, his Kangaskhan probably would be, could be in range for a KO. As let's see who my opponent will bring in. I would assume Zapdos. He could bring in his own Landorus, but his own Landorus is not a problem for my team because I do carry the Hidden Power. But my opponent should know that. My opponent should know that just because I do have Earth Power, he should realize that I'm a special Landorus. Bring out the Azumarill, which makes sense. Azumarill's gonna be a problem. Luckily, he can't do much this turn, and Kangaskhan can't protect since it has Fake Out. Well, most likely, unless this doesn't carry Sucker Punch. I think I'm gonna double up onto the Kangaskhan. The Azumarill is probably gonna set up a Belly Drum here, but I'm kind of fine with that because I do have the Sun. Plus an Earth Power or Solar Beam should be able to knock it out from that 75% range. And an Aqua Jet in the Sun should not knock out Sylveon. It'll basically come down to what his last Pokemon is. Landorus Varian, Zapdos, or Volcarona. If it's Volcarona, we're in a lot of trouble here. As we are going to Mega Evolve Charizard, get the Sun up finally after these last few turns of just clear weather, but we're steering it up for the Sun. Let's see, Azumarill could protect here, but I don't think it will. He's going to go for the Sucker Punch into the Charizard. Oh, will he Sucker Punch Aqua Jet? Well, we take the Sucker Punch. We should live an Aqua Jet. Alright, looks like that's not going to be the case. Earth Power into the Kangaskhan, doing a good amount. With the Flamethrower, should definitely be able to pick up the KO. I wonder what this Azumarill is going to go for. As Kangaskhan is going down, let's see. The Azumarill probably setting up the Belly Drum, but no, it goes for the Waterfall into the Landorus. That might be a mistake. Because it's in the Sun. However, Landorus is in the Aqua Jet range. So, we learned that this Azumarill is most likely not. And I mean, most likely not. Well, it's probably not Choice Bandit, because I think Choice Bandit would have KO'd. So, yeah. Most likely not Choice Band. I would guess Assault Vest. I'm going to protect my Landis Varian because I do not want to take an Aqua Jet. I'm going to go for the Solar Beam onto the Azumarill since Waterfall usually, you do not run Waterfall on a Belly Drum. Azumarill, you usually run Aqua Jet, play rough, Belly Drum, protect. So Waterfall most likely it's an Assault Vest or Choice Band variant. If it's Assault Vest, we can tell by the Solar Beam damage. If it's Choice Band, that's really good for us because we have our Tailwind up. We can hit and Power Ice the Landorus, opposing Landorus as long as Rock Slide doesn't flinch us. But he does have Aqua Jet and he's actually going to go for it into the Charizard. Oh no. Okay, we do live. But, oh man, I could have got a free hit and Power Ice off onto this Landorus. Would have been huge. I'm guessing Assault Vest because Aqua Jet and Waterfall. That doesn't look like Assault Vest. Rock Slide coming out. Does connect with both my Pokemon, which is fine. Knocking out the Charizard. Most likely the Landorus is Choice Scarfed and has locked itself into that, Rock Slide. We have to bring out our Sylveon now, and we're actually in a decent position here. Because he's probably going to Aqua Jet the Landorus and go for a... I wonder what design Azumarill is carrying, but I'm going to protect the Landorus, go for the double protect. I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice to try to knock out these Pokemon. He's probably going to Aqua Jet the Landorus and Rock Slide. I think that's his only play possible, actually. I still can't tell if that's Assault Vest. I don't think it is. Actually, it might. I don't know. My Charizard investment's kind of, I don't know. It's not on my mind right now, but I don't think he's going to protect. I think he has to Aqua Jet the Landorus because I can't protect. He kind of knows I have to go for a double protect. We do fail it. Aqua Jet's going to come out onto the Landorus. Yep, so even if I went for the attack, double protect was the better play because I could have possibly made it a double target Rock Slide. Here's the Rock Slide coming out. As long as it doesn't flinch us, we should be good. That's a ton of damage though. Hyper Voice is going to come through, knock out this Azumarill, and leave Landorus in the yellow. Now, he needs one flinch. Talon peters out, but his Landorus is Scarf, as we confirmed. So now, basically, do we flinch? That's the question. I think it will take 2 Rock Slides to knock us out. Let's see. No, it's only going to take 1 more, but Hyper Voice does come through. Sylveon proving itself a worthy champion of this battle and picking up the win for us. Oh man, that was a close game and that was a really good game. Really good game. I'm speechless. I can't believe he Aqua Jet the Charizard. I guess he was like desperate in case I went for an overheat. Actually, maybe I should have went for the Flamethrower and the Hidden Power Ice onto the Landorus, because that would have probably sealed up the game. Yeah, that would have probably sealed up the game, to be honest. But Flamethrower is usually a damage roll into the Landorus variant. Well, for most Charizards, I actually don't know about my own, because I forgot like how much investment I run. It is a very defensive Charizard, because it runs Trick Room, but it does run offensive pressure modest, so I have no idea. That was a close game. We're going to move on to our second battle, see how we do. Okay, I actually didn't look at the preview thing because I was looking at something, but I think it has to be decent rating since we're actually decently high up on the ladder. Let us see. Suicune, Heatran, Landorus variant, Amoonguss, Gardevoir, and Gengar. 2 possible Mega Evolutions, the Gardevoir and the Gengar. Both of them are viable without Mega Evolutions, but usually Gardevoir is definitely a Mega Evolution these days. And Gengar probably carrying the Focus Sash, but it could be like a dual Mega, such as William Hall, who got second at a regional championship here in the United States with it. I do like Charizard. Cresselia. Yeah, just a go-to lead Charizard Cresselia. Why not? My own Landorus does pretty well against this team. Do I want to bring Sylveon or Jellicent? Honestly, they both could be decent here. I think I'm going to go Sylveon. Yeah, I'm going to go Sylveon. Just because I don't see much that I really want to burn against this. I guess I could burn the Landers, but I can Ice Beam and Hidden Power Ice the Landers, so that's not really a big issue that I'm afraid of. Let's see. Suicune and Gengar. Oh, this is going to be one annoying lead. Against Cresselia and Charizard. I don't know if this is Mega Gengar. This is the problem. You know, I would guess it'd be the Focus Sash Gengar. Yeah, so I'm going to Flamethrower the Gengar, and I'm going to Ice Beam the Gengar. I'm going to try to break its Focus Sash. I'm going to guess that if this is a regular Gengar, which it looks like it because he's not Mega Evolving first. He's going to go for the Taunt onto Cresselia right away and the Tailwind. I would really expect that play. I see nothing else my opponent really would want to do. And getting rid of this Gengar would be huge since it's the most offensive pressure. But no, it's actually Will-O-Wisping the Cresselia. Interesting play. Maybe expected to switch out? I really don't understand that play much. But we are going to get an Ice Beam, break this Focus Sash on the Gengar. We're going to get a Flamethrower as well. We're going to crush this Gengar into cubes. There we go. Goodbye, Gengar. And Suicune actually going to go for the Snarl. Not the Tailwind as I was anticipating, but I'm alright with that. As our special attack is going to be lowered, but I can always switch out to reset that. Actually, I think I brought all special attackers, so that Suicune is going to be quite annoying to deal with. I'm going to have to get a free switch in somewhere. Heatran's going to come out, but that's fine. I can skill swap to Heatran anytime. Here, I think I'm going to go for the Solar Beam into the Suicune. And I don't want to skill swap. I think Trick Room would be the best play, but we are faster than the Suicune. Do I want to switch out my Cresselia? Nothing wants to take a Sun Boosted Heat Wave. I wish I had Helping Hand. That would really help out right now, but we don't. I think I'm going to Moonlight here just to heal back. But Cresselia doesn't have a big role unless it's against a Gardevoir, but yeah, Heatran's just going to fire off a Heat Wave, which makes sense. It's going to do quite a lot of damage, actually. That was more than expected in the Sun. Because it's a Life Orb variant, I understand. We're going to get a Moonlight off and we're going to heal. So that is great, actually. Let's see what the Suicune's going to go for. I'm going to go for the Solar Beam. Hopefully it does 50%. We're at -1. But we are still a Charizard Y. Let's see. Probably holding a Citrus Berry, but still Solar Beam. Does about 50% as anticipated. And Suicune does go for the Tailwind option, which I'm actually completely fine with. Because now all his Pokemon are faster. Oh, he does carry leftovers. Oh, that's pretty bad for us. He's probably going to Snarl and Heat Wave again. I would see no reason not to. Looks like he can't substitute, which huge relief off. I'm going to protect Charizard, and I'm going to go for that Trick Room because we need to slow things down a bit here under this Tailwind. This way, we can get some options. We're going to protect Charizard. He's probably going to Heat Wave and Snarl. He's going to take Life Orb damage, which is nice because he's putting himself into Hidden Power ground range. Oh, is that a crit? Yeah, that's a crit. That's actually pretty big. But he scalds into the Charizard. What? Oh, man. As we get the Trick Room up. If he snarled there, he might have actually won this game. As Cresselia is going to go down, but I'm good with Cresselia going down. We get a free switch into our Landis variant. And here, he'll probably expect, oh, you're going to Earthquake probably, right? All I have to do is Earth Power and Solar Beam. There's no way that Heatran's staying in or is going to take an Earthquake. He doesn't know I'm special, so he's probably going to think Earthquake he's going to have to protect. So I'm going to Solar Beam the Suicune, and I'm going to go for the Earth Power into the Suicune as well. Because Suicune with Snarl usually doesn't have Protect. There's the Protect from the Heatran. Perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Here is the Solar Beam coming out onto the Suicune. That's going to do a good amount. That's going to put it into the Earth Power range. No Citrus Berry, which means the Earth Power is going to come through and knock out this Suicune. That is really good. that's a huge pain off because Snarl was going to be it was gonna wreck us. It was gonna wreck us. It's now he has to figure out his last Pokemon, probably Gardevoir, I would assume. Gardevoir's gonna come out. Let's see what he's gonna trace. Either ability is kinda useless actually here. Tracing the Drought. Even if you trace Intimidate, the only physical move I have is Stone Edge, and I'm going for Earth Power anyway. So I'm going to Flamethrower the Gardevoir, and I'm going to Earth Power the Heatran, because I know I can live a Hyper Voice. I should be able to live a Psychic too with Landers, since I'm a bulky Landers, and really, I just have to get rid of the Heatran, and I can just double target this Gardevoir easily. So, yeah, this game really turned around fast. If he went for the Snarl, I definitely think he could have just won right there, because I had no way to beat the Heatran in Tailwind. He is going to Mega Evolve with Gardevoir. I'm guessing he's going to double Protect with Heatran. There's really no other play he can make. But no, he's actually not even going to attempt it. Flamethrower is going to connect with the Gardevoir, do 50%, which is really nice. The Earth Power going to come out onto the Heatran. That's going to pick up the knockout. Goodbye, Heatran. Oh, man. And the Gardevoir Hyper Voice or Psychic onto the Charizard. Thunderbolt! Onto the Charizard. Thunderbolt's not a move you usually see on Mega Gardevoir because you don't know where to fit it. I mean, Gardevoir has so many good options. You have so many good options. You have options such as Trick Room, Encore, Disable, Ally Switch, Heal Pulse, Imprison. So many good moves that Gardevoir can learn. So it's kind of waste to have it on a coverage move that any other Pokemon can get. It's not even Stab, and doesn't really pick up any other knockouts than 4 times weakness like Gyarados, so I don't really see why. Here I'm just going to go for the Hyper Voice and the Earth Power, no reason not to. As Gardevoir's going to protect, stalling out the last turn. Trick Room, I believe, this is the last turn. I could have went for the Calm Mind, but I didn't feel like it was necessary. Yeah, this isn't even the last turn Trick Room, so just going to Hyper Voice, Earth Power. He's probably going to try a Double Protect. Yeah, he's going to try a Double Protect. He gets it, so he's still in this game, but I don't even think a crit Hyper Voice will knock out Sylveon. And Sylveon should be able to clean up this game with a Hyper Voice. I'm not even sure how fast this Gardevoir is. Probably max speed, I would assume, because it has Thunderbolt. But this Landers is max speed. Yeah, it is max speed. We're going to get the Earth Power. We are faster than this Gardevoir. And that's going to pick up the knockout. So, wow. What an intense game. I definitely thought I lost after that crit. But that crit actually did help us. Wait. Did it burn us? Did that Heat Wave burn us? I don't remember. No. The Gengar Will-O-Wisp which burned us. But that burn plus the Heat Wave crit actually helped us because we got a free switch into the Landers and we were able to apply more offensive pressure and actually hit the Suicune for damage. So that actually ended up a lot easier position just because of how those turns played out. And that just shows that, sure, things look bad, but to be honest, it can just change the position entirely into the opponent's swing if played right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like if you did. Check out the rest of my stuff. Looks like my internet actually crashed right there, but I'm glad it actually crashed now instead of during a battle like it was in the last couple of battles that I was trying to record. Anyway, see you guys next time.